today's episode where we highlight the STEM pre-A students, the architects, and the future engineers for tomorrow.
Their passion for industry, innovation, and infrastructure is not just remarkable, but it's essential for the sustainable development of Mindanao.
This is where we explore the pressing issues in Mindanao, mainly focusing on the challenges faced by the youth in STEM education.
Hi guys, I am Chloe Pasqua and I will be your host for today's episode.
Hi everyone, my name is Hanie Tagyam, your co-host for today's episode.
And welcome back to Paano nga ba? Tara, Chika! In this podcast, we have a good lineup of guests. Each guest will bring their unique perspectives and insights.
First, we'll hear from Krisha and Alfonso, who will share their experiences and observations in the UNSDG on the community of Davao. So, welcome Krisha and Alfonso! Hi guys!
Hi guys!
Kamusta kayo? Kamusta?
Okay lang naman.
Good.
Have you guys eaten?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so Krisha, to go deeper in this conversation, I have a question for you. How is the issue of the UNSDG prevalent in Mindanao?
Well, from what I have observed and studied, right, it roots in our rural areas. So, until now, they still lack necessities such as electricity, reliable internet, paved roads even. So, the infrastructure development, it really has an environmental impact. So, for example, sa construction and transportation, they may cause and they have high chances actually of causing ecological degradation and even climate change. So, kailangan natin tutukan, di ba?
Yeah, that's correct, guys. And yun nga, to add with what Krisha said, syempre, tao din tayo here on Earth. We have the responsibility to take care of our climate. Now,
Sorry ha, parang I cut you off. To add to that naman, bringing in new technologies like yung parabolic dish really helps in achieving UNSDG 9.
yeah.
Kasi yung parabolic dish natin, it creates thermal energy by harvesting sunlight because nga it's a dish. You know, it really efficiently harvests sunlight. And that sunlight turns into thermal energy. And yung thermal energy na is made by the parabolic dish,
Yeah.
we can use it for our own consumption. So it,
Ooh.
diba? It really reduces our carbon footprint and our reliance on fossil fuels, which really helps us, achieve a more sustainable and cleaner environment.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to add a philosophical question. Is that okay with you, Alfonso?
Yeah, no problem.
So, okay, let's dive in. Could the embodied spirit allow us to have development, not only address the physical infrastructure and innovation, but also the well-being of the region's people?
Well, to talk about that, yung embodied spirit kasi, the embodied spirit is about the interconnectedness of the physical and also emotional well-being ng isang tao. So, in terms of development, we don't just focus on the physical infrastructure and innovation, but also like the well-being of the people and what it could bring to the holistic well-being ng mga tao. So, yung true progress naman, yung true development, it's not just on yung physical infrastructure, what we see around us, and how efficiently it can be. It's also about like yung how it helps us, yung well-being natin, like how it helps yung well-being natin, yung mental natin, ganun.
Wow, thank you so much for
that's-
that amazing answer. Very insightful. Love it.
So I would like to thank your presence here in our podcast, and I hope our Chikarekas learned something about their insightful talk with us. So that's it. Thanks, guys, for your presence.
Thank you for having us.
Guys, we like to see you soon.
Bye,
guys
Bye
next time.
guys. Ingat.
We extend our heartfelt thanks to Krisha and Alfonso for their enlightening responses. And now let us welcome Kayla and Ella.
Hello, thank you for
Hi
inviting
guys. So are you ready to share your insights to our Chikarekas?
us. Of course.
Okay. So I'll ask you a question. Can you explain the principles of responsible decision making in a Christian perspective?
Okay, so as a decision maker, choosing the right decision, really impacts the goodness of one Christian to another, giving them, the opportunity to grow and be a better decision maker. So these decisions also impacts and helps our society and achieving the objectives and outcome of our issues that arise here. So in UNSDG 9, decision making really ensures the industry and infrastructure's growth, while this encourages the innovative solutions. So in UNSDG, every step in decision is really, really crucial, not only to the immediate process, but also to the long-term process. And this can really ensure that our decisions will develop for our future challenges that can really help for our society. So decisions really affect our people, our outcomes. So our decisions could really change. So what else could I add? This can really develop it, the growth of our economy and in UNSDG 9, industry, infrastructure, and innovation. This can really help decision making. So that's it.
Your words are truly inspiring, Kayla. Sana may matutunan yung viewers natin, our mga chika-rikas dyan. So, move on tayo kay Ella. So, Ella, paano mo ma-apply ang human rights dito na picture?
As a young individual, as a citizen myself, everyone has their own human rights. And human rights then has the power to impact decisions. Human rights has the power to impact the qualities and the essential necessities of an individual. According to the UN SDG 9, infrastructure and industry, in order to guarantee safe, equal working conditions, projects must first prioritize individuals' human rights. An individual has their own will, their own mind, their own freedom to live on, and as they have the right to have their own freedom, and more examples of human rights are labor rights. The right to freedom, the right to education, the right to health. By respecting rights, we simply strengthen dignity, respect, peace, and the well-being of everyone.
Wow, that's a good insight,
so much.
guys. So, would you want to add something?
Okay.
Nothing else.
Okay. Thank you so much for your presence here in our podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much.
guys.
See you all soon.
Again, guys, let us welcome Krisha and Alfonso. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome. It's nice to be back.
Didn't expect to be back so soon.
Okay. Let us focus on Bible encouragement about industry practice that improves the community.
Well, about that, from my analysis, I realized that if you do not believe that making the moral choice is the right thing to do, there is actually no point in knowing how to make a moral decision. Because even the Bible does not deny that there can be pleasure in doing the wrong thing, but it is up to us to decide whether to do it or not. So this focuses on our free will to do what we want to do because we have the full authority to do so. To put it briefly, Christian morality teaches that conscience leads one to choose God's will and honor the dignity of each person. And so for every decision to initiate, develop, and maintain the infrastructures, innovations, and we can decide. The community decides how to do so. So, Alfonso, how does a man as an existential being shape the future of the world?
Oh, well, as an existential being, one can foster whatever you said by, I don't know, by honoring freedom, authenticity, and our responsibility. Because by embracing these, we can lead to proper development that will enhance our quality of life. Ganun.
Yes, I agree to your insights, guys. Once again, I would like to thank you again
Thank
for
you
sharing
again.
your insights to our watchers, to our audience. And Alfonso, can you please give your key takeaways to our podcast?
Key takeaway, really? Ako?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, siguro, from what I've, heard from your podcast, yung key takeaway ko is that honoring oneself truly requires freedom and authenticity. And we can really achieve yun as DG9 by just being true to ourselves and also honoring God as well as yung mga morals natin.
That is a good insight, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed our podcast and please watch this video.
I think today's discussion has illuminated many important aspects of what sustainable development means, particularly in the context of Mindanao and how it ties to the UNSDG 9, which is focused on industry, innovation, and infrastructure. We started by hearing Crasia's deep insight into the challenges faced by our rural communities in Mindanao. She painted a vivid picture of how basic necessities like reliable infrastructure, electricity, and internet are still lacking in many areas. This not only affects the quality of life for people, but also limits opportunities for growth and development. At the same time, we're grappling the environmental concerns. The environmental degradation caused by construction and transportation projects shows how vital it is for us to pursue development that respects the natural world, balancing our need for progress with our responsibility to protect the planet. Then I talked about how new technologies like the parabolic dish can serve as part of the solution. These dishes can harness renewable energy by focusing sunlight and turning it into thermal power. The impact of this is profound. It allows us to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels, lower pollution, and significantly shrink our carbon footprint. The idea is that with the right innovation, we can build a future where energy is not only accessible and reliable, but also sustainable. This brings us closer to achieving SDG 9 in a way that benefits both people and the environment. Next, Kayla and Ella enriched the conversation by introducing to us the concepts of decision-making and human rights, which are deeply interconnected with the success of sustainable development. Kayla highlighted how every decision, especially those related to industry and infrastructure, must be made with long-term outcomes in mind. It's not just about solving today's problems, but thinking ahead about how today's choices will shape the future. Responsible decision-making ensures that we don't just grow, but grow in ways that are inclusive and beneficial for everyone in the community. Ella, on the other hand, reminded us that human rights must always be front and center in any development project. By safeguarding labor rights, ensuring safe working conditions, and promoting wage equality, we create a society where development benefits are shared fairly, reducing poverty and building a stronger economy for all. Finally, we touch on a deeper moral and philosophical layer with Christian morality. This reminds us that at the heart of every innovation and infrastructure project, there must be a respect for human dignity. It's not just about building roads, bridges, or power plants. It's about building a society where every person's well-being is prioritized. The Bible teaches us about the importance of conscience, and in this context, it serves as a guide for making ethical decisions that promote the common good. It's about creating a balance between technological progress and the overall well-being of individuals. To sum it up, today's conversation has reinforced a crucial point, that true development isn't just about physical structures. It's about creating an ecosystem where innovation, human rights, environmental sustainability, and moral values all work hand in hand. It's about shaping a future where the progress we make today creates a better tomorrow, not just for some, but for all. Now, I'd like to leave everyone with a final question to reflect on. How can each of us, in our own way, contribute to a future where technological advancement and the well-being of people coexist harmoniously?
Beautifully said, Alfonso. To our listeners, thank you for joining us for today's podcast.
Until we meet again, guys, don't forget to stay engaged and stay informed and let your voices be heard.
Thank you for listening. This has been your Chika for today.
Until we meet again,
bye!